welcome to this week's Foodinati UK, and this week we're going to Leicester for the amazing Uprising Festival, where we'll be talking to Paradise Lost, Palm Reader, Hawxx and the crushing Blood Oath. It's all here, keep it locked. Hello and welcome back to Foodinati UK here at Uprising Festival in Leicester, and I'm here with the one, the only Nick Holmes from Paradise Lost. Hello. Thank you for coming on.
Cheers.
Yes, I actually made a big request to definitely get to interview Paradise Lost here, because a couple of weeks back I was interviewing Aaron from My Day and Bride.
Oh, okay. Right.
We took him for a curry.
Oh, really?
So I'm sorry we can't supply a curry because this is festival.
No, I was hoping
festival
to get
conditions.
dinner actually.
I'll bring an air fryer next time. This is the
I was looking forward to
scaled down portable version.
Yeah.
I have got you some, right, because your album is Obsidian, yes?
Yeah.
And I have some black obsidian at home. It's
All right.
lovely. It's meant to ward off evil spirits. Was that intentional?
Well, if you like, yeah.
There we go. Spiritual advice as well. We bring it up.
Yeah.
Everything. Right, so I found this. This was the most apt thing. Dark matter. Dark matter chocolate. Do you like dark chocolate?
Yeah, not as much as milk, but I do like it, yeah.
This has got popping candy in it.
Oh, all right. Sounds quite interesting.
Chili, essence of mint.
That's probably very
I thought,
nice.
shall we try it?
Yeah, it sounds very nice.
So while we're doing this, I have to say, loving Obsidian. Brilliant. And the other thing I'm very interested in, because I'm an electronic music producer, and I've been dipping my toes into gothic electronica and stuff like that. The Host project.
Oh, yeah.
I find very interesting. So that's something you started off on the album Host, isn't it? And it's become its own entity now.
I guess so, yeah. Well, we've always been quite interested in, that sort of music alongside, since we even did the Host album, we've always been quite interested in it. We kind of had a lot of time during the lockdown period, so we could have had time to work more on songs, and so did like a full album's worth of it. So yeah,
That's fabulous. I'm definitely very into it. It's funny because I've just been doing a remix myself for a band called Infernal Sea,
Right.
and we went sort of dark wave on it. I'd even say black wave because it's got black metal vocals, and I was actually listening to a lot of the Host stuff, like. I was listening to what's going on with electronica now, especially since the technology's come on in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more we can do these days.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot more accessible and easy to you can do it yourself for sure. Yeah.
Right, do you want to have a try on this?
Go on then.
I'll give you that, because if it's rubbish, then you can have some more. Well, you're getting mint straight away, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I like it.
Like it? You can have it. There we are.
I want it all now, but that's really nice.
Dark matter, really nice, as said by Paradise Lost. There you go, I've covered food. Oh, and also, for trying that out, you get some Foodinati sauce. So take on your tour bus. That'll liven up your meal time.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great. I like chili sauce.
That's like a jerk. It's a medium.
All right, yeah.
Medium.
Fruity.
It's nice. It's a groovy one. It's a fruity one, yes.
Lovely.
So, there you go. So, with Obsidian, I've noticed that there's a track on there called Ghosts, and I adore it. I think it's fabulous. And I'll tell you for why I miss that kind of tune. But since Fields and Nephilim aren't around,
Yeah, it was meant to be very 80s kind of, the old kind of goth kind of spirit, a little bit. Obviously, it's heavier, but yeah, we would capture that kind of old school, early 80s goth thing that you'd hear in a nightclub.
Yeah, well, it's
Lots
fun.
of dry ice and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
I rarely get to put my music on the stereo at home, but that song unites me and the missus. It's like because she was in the 80s. That was like her vibe,
we're
Powerhouse, all that.
We're playing it tonight, actually.
Oh, wonderful. We'll have to get some footage of that. Right, so this summer you're doing this festival, obviously. Are you doing the big German ones like Metal Days and all that?
Yeah, I think we are. Actually. I think we're doing Metal Days. I think we're doing Hellfest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. With there's a lot coming in. Yeah, so we're pretty busy most weekends of the year, really. Certainly up till October we're full on. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the because I noticed Obsidian's like one of the heavier. Well, it's got elements of gothic on it. You know, it's a really well-rounded Paradise Lost record. Do you find your work with Bloodbath has informed the way you're approaching vocals, like a bit gruffer these days, or?
Not so much nowadays. I mean, maybe at first when I first started doing Bloodbath, but I mean the way I do it has changed over the years. Anyway, how I do it now, well, compared to when I did it when I was in my early 20s or even a teenager, I mean, my voice is different. You know, yeah, it's changed definitely. The approach is a bit different as well. I don't kind of rip my voice out as much as I used to do when I was as a teenager, but. Yeah, maybe there's been some sort of influence on it to a degree, you know. But we'd already decided to kind of go back to try that voice stuff out again.
Yeah.
Before I think around the time I even joined Bloodbath. So.
Right. I was watching a fascinating YouTube the other day with a woman who's training death metal singers to make the most of their voices, and saying it's about the frequency you do things like, because opera singers can sing without a microphone and fill a room.
Yeah, I mean, I always found with death metals, particularly the better death metal singers, they're usually very quiet. You know?
Yeah.
You can just, because I mean, the sheer nature of how you're doing it, you can really damage yourself. It's like, you know, if you're having an argument with someone or you're shouting, you can really rip your throat out easily doing that.
Easy.
There's no control over it at all.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, particularly if you're touring or you're playing every night with death metal, with that style, you've really got to be careful. You can't
Absolutely.
just be going crazy every night, or you're going to...
Absolutely.
It's going to be a short tour.
Yeah, absolutely. So effort doesn't equal volume.
Yeah, volume.
Frequency equals volume.
Yeah. I mean, as long as, you know, someone says, can you sing louder, it's like, can you mix better?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And let the microphone take the strain.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, because I think vocally, Obsidian's one of my favourite and I've been a fan since Icon.
Right.
I saw you at the Leeds TNC was the first time I saw you.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Fabulous day that was. But right. So, what can we expect for later on?
What, the gig or later
The
on?
gig.
We've got a pretty good kind of cross section of songs. Yeah, we've got a lot of obviously quite a few we're throwing in a few different songs to what we played on the last British tour that we did. Which seems like a lifetime ago now. It wasn't even that long ago, but
right.
So yeah, it's a good, good nice cross section. Some oldies and newies. You know.
Fabulous. Right. Well, I've got to say, Nick Holmes, thank you very much for being on Foodinati UK.
Cheers.
Bit of a bucket list one check there, and have a great show.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome back to Foodinati UK at Uprising Festival, and I'm here with my new favourite band, Palm Reader, are in the house. Gotta say, and I do mean that. Recently, when I saw you coming up at this festival, I went and got straight into your back catalogue, and I'm listening to it all the time now.
I bet you say that to all the bands.
No, seriously, it's got everything I like, because I'm a bit of I like my Dillinger Escape Plan, Converge, I like bands like that. The vocal style sounds a bit like Greg from Dillinger Escape Plan at times.
I've been told,
with the singy bits.
Yeah.
The singy bits. So that's very high praise for me.
I'll take it. Hey,
he's my favourite singer.
Fucking incredible vocalist. So.
Yeah. So that album came out 2022, is that correct?
2020.
It's 2020.
2020? Yeah, so is there a new one?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's a coming.
It's brewing.
Yes. It's a coming and a brewing.
What are you doing?
So there you have it. So like you've got a jam-packed summer with festivals and things like that?
We've got some bits and bobs, and mostly taking time off to write because we lost a couple of people, not family members, but like band members. They're not dead, sadly, but no, we've lost a couple of band members, and we're getting a couple more, and we've had another 2 join us.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a revolving door.
Right.
Of late, in a good way.
Yeah.
Ladies come, ladies go. From
What?
my revolving door. It's crazy town. Get woke.
Yeah. So basically,
I
We're
didn't think we'd be name checking Crazy Town.
neither did I. I tried to gloss over it.
They've got enough press this week. Do you see they're all kicking the shit out of each other? Anyway,
I tell you what, that sounds crazy.
you were saying.
Yeah. So well, like Andy said, we had a couple of members leave, replaced those members, and then we've also got a couple of new members as well. So the setup in terms of writing the songs or just how we're going to collaborate creatively is completely different now. So we kind of really need to get back to it, regroup, and figure out how we're going to write another record.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're in the process of that at the minute.
You got tough boots to fill with this last one.
Don't make
It's
it
a
easy.
fantastic record.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll stop gushing now. Right, so any other festivals you're going to be at this summer?
I think we're going to be playing or just playing. Actually, no, because this is our second summer since Sleepless came out, and we've kind of done beside downloads. We've kind of done those since Sleepless came out. So it's kind of like we're sort of after these we've got some odds and ends, but nothing festival-y.
Right, gotcha.
And then it's writing time.
Awesome, yeah. Who are you racing out there at the moment, out of the new school that are coming through? Because there's plenty.
There's quite a few knocking about, but I'm not too up on it. I'm terrible.
I'll give props to Harriet.
Harriet,
Oh, shit,
yes.
that's a good shout.
Harriet are heavy.
Yes.
I wasn't quite ready for Harriet. I heard a lot of talk about them, and I saw photos of them, and I thought, they look cool. They look like a hot new band. And then I put them on, and it's like, they sound like the end of the world.
Yeah. Serious guitar tones.
Yeah, definitely one to look out for, alongside Pupil Slicer, I think, as well. It's a good one. But I think there's
Is there a record out?
I think it's about to come out. It's on Prosthetic, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it's out.
I'm looking
forward to it, but I haven't listened to it yet because it might not be out.
Yes, I've heard mutterings. Very good. I mean, British metal music, or just British heavy music as a whole, is in fine form at the moment. There's a lot going on. I was reading Damnation this week, put out a press release saying that, if anybody's worried about the state of British metal, you don't need to worry, because it's stronger than it's been in a long time in terms of quality as well.
Well, we got to a point where we just decided to stop copying what the US was doing.
Absolutely.
And it's just better.
Yeah. It's
like, as much as it's got its merits, like metalcore's pretty done. And yet. I'll leave it there.
Yeah. Well, one thing I did notice when I was listening to your last record was how British it does sound. It doesn't sound, like you're saying, it doesn't sound like it's aping anything from America. It's sounding very homegrown.
Yeah.
And I really like that. In the same way, like that band like Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes could only really happen in Great Britain. I think your sound just sounds very British, and I don't know how to put that into words. In that, it just sounds right.
Hey, I'll take it. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Yes. So where are you all from?
You're from Salisbury.
I'm from Wiltshire.
Right.
I'm from Woking.
Oh, I used to live in Woking.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work in the skateboard shop there.
Oh, sorry, skateboard.
Sorry, skates. Yeah.
Great skate shop. Yeah. Nice.
For a tiny period of time, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's not about me.
Most of us were from Woking originally. And now it's all over the place, really. We live in Nottingham for the most part.
Four of us in Nottingham, one in London, two in Brighton.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Spread out.
Thank God for the internet.
In it.
Brilliant. So later on, what should we expect from your set?
Louder than the album.
Louder than the album.
Yeah. Bigger.
We've got more people on stage than is sensible.
Yeah, we now have 7 members in the band.
7 members of the band.
3 guitarists.
Let's discuss that.
There's a-
3 guitar attack.
Yeah.
You're only the second band I've ever interviewed that got 3 guitarists, and I love it because I saw People Attack like years ago, if that's how you pronounce it. I might be doing that wrong. They have 3 guitarists, and I was like, why don't more bands do that? That's just super cool.
It does just sound cool, yeah.
Absolutely, and you can play, there's lots to play around with dynamics-wise as well. You could have one repeating riffs all over the stage.
That's exactly what we do.
Wonderful.
The challenge was, because with Sleepless, I just wrote a whole load of guitar parts. And then
Too many, I think, is probably.
I wrote a whole load of guitar parts.
Yeah.
Just the right
It was
amount.
enough.
That was the right amount of guitar parts.
The correct amount.
The correct amount. And then afterwards, after we recorded, Lou, who records our records, turned around and went, "How are you going to do this live?" I went, "Ha!" So I had to sit down with Sam, and then we had to sort of figure out, right, that's kind of like, that's an A and a B guitar part, and then we can kind of rub some of C, but now we've got like the guitarist, it just doesn't matter. We can just go all of these ones, and then the fun bit's been getting older songs and writing a third guitar part for it.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that does sound like fun actually. I'm a music producer myself, and I'm about to enter a project which is going to be like, I think I might book the studio for a week just to play with guitar pedals.
Yeah.
Just sample them and just get a bank, because I make electronic music, but I know a certain place that's got some amazing pedals, and it is great when you have that kind of like boy in a toy shop sort of approach to tracking guitars and stuff.
It's just, I think with Sleepless, I recorded a bunch of Sam's parts and Sam recorded a bunch of my parts, depending on who could play it better and also whose playing style fit the part better.
Sure.
And that was still kind of like, if it was my part and I was playing riffs all the way through, and then there was a little lead part that Sam's playing would suit better, just go, there you go, rather than
fair play.
go just rig up the other rig and go and record his tones and stuff. It's kind of like, it's just make the part serve the song, and then it all just becomes a dream.
Absolutely. And what a dream it is. So
What a dream it is.
What a dream it is. So you'll be noticing we are Foodinati, we have foodstuffs. Is there anything here you'd like to review? I would, if you've got to play later, I would push you away from that.
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in this, but
The
like,
Tube of Terror, yes. You see, that's from a guy who's in world records for.
Oh, was that the
hot
guy
things.
that made the Carolina Reaper?
No, but he's a mate of his. Johnny Scoville tells you everything you need to know about that dude.
no, I'm good for like,
But what I have got here is some quite delightful chocolate. I've got white chili chocolate here, and I've got some milk chili chocolate. And then we've got some pork scratchings from the Chili Jam Man. Big up Chili Jam Man. And some beef jerky. That's what we've got left. Fancy any of that?
I'm going to go for the chocolate, because...
Grand. There's the unopened one.
Do you want to have a little look at these though?
Oh, the Toe of Satan. That is... I'm saving that for a drummer, I think. I'm going to make a drummer have the Toe of Satan while he's drumming and see how long he can go for.
Oh, it's a lollipop.
It's a lollipop, yeah. In the shape of a toe. A demonic toe. There we go.
Tarantino would love it.
There we are. There's your chili chocolate. If you would
Thanks,
like,
sugar.
Tell the people at home what you think of it.
Looks great.
This is Hellraiser chocolate, and it's made by Grim Reaper.
Snap off a bar of that.
Yeah, let's see how what you think of that.
Smells Christmassy, I think.
Thanks once again to Frank at Chili Shop Leeds for giving me all this chili stuff.
Almost smells a bit minty. It's kind of. I know it's not, but.
Oh, ghost chili,
Got
brilliant.
ghost in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite spicy, yeah.
The cloves.
It's got cloves in it.
That's the Yuletide loving.
Oh yeah. It's a tasty Christmas right there.
Well, that's nice. Always,
Go.
well, shit is spicy.
Well, because you've agreed to trying out our consumer reports weekend, because you do, you get to take this away. There you go. That's our very own
Chili of the Valley.
and Foodinati hot sauce. So we collaborate with Chili of the Valley from Cardiff, big up Dan Reed, and we made that. And that's our thank you to bands that come on our show.
Is it?
Well, thank
It's
you.
a jerk. It's a jerk. It's a Caribbean.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Well, yeah, reminds me of that reggae, but I'm sure it's nicer.
It's spicier,
Fuck yeah.
Good.
spicier, and tastier and better.
Yeah.
And hasn't been on Dragon's Den.
Yes.
Yeah, like
That's really nice.
it's yours.
Of course, hit the
Take
back
it
of my
with
throat
you.
there.
Take it with you.
Goodness me.
Let's mix take out. Right. Thank you so much for being on the show,
thank
Pal
you, man.
Reader.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
It's time
Hello. You're back with Foodinati UK at Uprising Festival, and here we have with us this time it's Hawxx. Here. Hello. With that said, online, can you introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Jess, I play drums.
I'm Anna, I sing, I play guitar.
I'm Julia, bass player, backing vocals.
I'm Hannah, guitar and backing vocals.
Awesome. So, where are you all from?
Greece?
Greece?
England.
England?
Italy.
Italy? So
Wales.
Wales. Oh, so from all over the place.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, what you got going on? Like, have you got some releases out at the moment we should be checking out?
Well, we're going to have a release soon, but we haven't announced that yet. So
Right.
we're keeping it on the lowdown. But we have
did.
just. No, as in, like, I didn't say what the date was.
Yeah.
I'm being secretive here.
Yes, fair play.
Don't rain on my parade.
I should share.
But we did just finish recording our debut album, which is super exciting.
Awesome. And festival season, you're going to be busy. We got a few in the pipeline.
Playing Download, which we're
Download,
super excited
sick.
about. Yeah, Don't Stage on the Sunday.
That's hallowed turf.
Man, like, we're a bit worried because we're going for the whole festival and we're playing on the last day.
Oh, you play on the last day.
So we just accepted that it's going to be carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played on different days of festivals, and I would say, if at all possible, try and get the Friday. Everyone wants the Friday when everyone's going in, they're fresh, they're ready. But yes, it's character building.
Yeah, it's Carol by Sunday as well.
Absolutely, it's like Lord of the Flies on Sunday. So, how would you describe your sound? What's your? Is it punky, rock and roll?
I'd say our sound is pretty particular. It's we would describe it as alternative metal with 4-part harmonies.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
In a nutshell.
4-part harmonies is something we don't hear enough of in my experience being a music producer. I like that kind of thing. So that sounds very, very intriguing because it sounds different to what we're getting a lot of at the moment. So 4-part harmonies, it only sounds like a small thing, but it's a very original thing. So that sounds exciting.
We spend a lot of time on our harmonies.
Awesome.
Hours and hours in the studio. Yeah.
That's
Lyrics and harmonies.
right. Brilliant. No, that's fantastic. I look forward to listening to that. So, is there anything we should be watching out for? Any tours coming up or shows?
Album for sure.
Album for sure.
Download Festival.
Obviously.
We're going to the Netherlands.
Awesome.
I guess maybe you won't be looking out for that if you didn't care, but
I'll get out. I can try. Cool. So lots of exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
Awesome. What can we expect from your set later on?
ooh, we're going to be test driving some songs for the first
Oh, awesome.
time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Intense.
Aggressive.
Heavy, aggressive, intense.
Yeah.
Rage, energy,
Emotion.
release,
Yeah.
all of it.
Right, well,
Sobbing.
I'll be wandering around my cameras there. We'll make sure we get some of that for you to see at home. So watch out for Hawxx.
No.
Someone gets the
To clarify, yes.
May or may not be sobbing. Watch out for Hawxx coming soon with a new record, and we'll be watching out for you later on. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, and while you're here, have some sauce to take with you. There we are. Foodinati hot sauce.
Well,
You have a
Do you only have 3?
no, I only have one for you.
My name is Mark. I'm also known as Thrax from Leicester death metal band Plough.
So your death metal band, are we talking like old school death metal?
I would say predominantly, yes.
Yeah.
Very much in the Scandinavian kind of vein. Yeah, there's a lot of influence from that, like Entombed and that kind of style.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
You got that tone, that...
Sadly not. I try and force the guys to do that, to get the old, like the Eye Masters out or something.
Yeah.
Get that sound. They do, fiddle with it in recording, but live,
Yeah.
they want it a bit cleaner and a bit sharper live. So.
Yeah. I heard that it's one boss pedal, isn't it, with the tone turned down
Yeah,
or up?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Everything's up to 11, and basically, I think they're worried about playing live that someone behind the decks won't be able to control the sound. It just gets a bit out of control.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. The gnarlier, the better for me.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, also, like the UK scene for particularly like proper, what I'd call proper death metal is really coming together quite nicely at the moment. You've got Death Collector bringing out a new album soon.
Of course, yes, yeah.
And that's exactly up my alley. And Blood Oath, from what I've heard, you're like for true death metal. I would say.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great because do you think like people have heard enough of that chug, that deathcore chug, and like the people have a bit more appetite for the older sort of.
Possibly. I think it's just
stuff.
more of a groove, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Something
groovy
that bangs
stuff.
your head rather than just like rips your face off kind of thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You've got to have that chug. That's
I mean, it used to be something me and my friends when we were young, when we were listening to in terms and stuff, so used to remark on the fact that the riffs were really catchy.
Oh, yeah.
Like really the grooves where you could hum them,
Yeah, I suppose technically they weren't that heavy. It was just that kind of, it sticks in your mind, doesn't it?
Absolutely. They're classics for a reason, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what have we got to look for release-wise with Blood Oath?
Yeah, we're kind of working on something new at the moment. After the lockdown, after the pandemic, we kind of ground to a halt a bit, and it was a shame. We had the ball rolling after releasing the second album, and we went back in and we thought, we need to start writing again.
Yeah.
It's so weird, so alien doing it after all this time,
Absolutely. Yeah. So you got some new material on the way then?
We have, yeah.
Awesome.
We want to get back in with Neil at Initiate, who did our last two albums. He's fantastic at what he does when he's not on the road with Chrysler.
Right.
And we want to try and put a little bit more of a black metal element to it as well this time, because I'm a little bit influenced by that myself. So
awesome.
Some weird tunings and yeah.
You record it in the woods or something.
Oh yeah, it's got to be in there. All black and white and grainy. And,
I have to say, of all the black metalers I've ever met, they're some of the nicest people.
Of course, well, we try to.
The heavier the band, the nicer the people, I find. So there you go. Anyway, Blood Oath, be checking them out. You're going to be gigging all over the place?
We'd love to be, yeah. That's the other thing is, get back on the road.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get the ball rolling again because all these bands are kind of itching to get out there themselves, so we want to be part of it. And any venue owners out there, check us out and give us a call.
On all the usual social media, everything.
Oh, of course, yes.
So you heard it here. Book Blood Oath, new material coming. Rock your socks off. Thank you very much.
No worries, sir. No worries.
Thanks you so much. Thanks for watching and join us next week when we're going back down south to Hackney, the amazing Portals Festival 2020.